Hello, everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend and happy Monday. Today was a fantastic day once again. This strategy is just never ceases to amaze me, so I'll go over my trades. I will start recording these live once I get it all worked out, but I will, for now, I'm just going to go over what I'm trading, how I'm trading it. I am calling out my trades in Discord live if you want to come and join and partake in this amazing, easy, profitable, consistent strategy. I will also go over some of the. I will also go over some of the all of my kind of my rules and what I use to trade this strategy. So for to start out, today's first trade for me was CrowdStrike. Um, I was watching it on the other chart. I saw that the 20, and this is a 200 EMA. This is a 20 EMA. I don't use the VWAP much. I used to use it. I don't use it that much, so I'll get rid of that off the chart. And then this is my LRC. This whole channel right here, and you can see it was basically flat. Um, the outers are yellow. One deviation is red. The yellow is actually two deviation. Cyan is the mid or the mean. So the way I trade this is I look for setups to where the price is crossing over the 200 and the 20. Doesn't matter if the 200 is above the 20 or however, or crossing over it either way, up or down. And in this particular case, I got a move that went straight up over 373, which is a support and resistance level that I drew this morning. And you can also get those on my in my Metal TA on the Discord every morning. Um, so what I did is I waited for when this was going up. I actually traded this as a breakout move. It was going so quick. I got in it as quick as I could here, knowing that it was risky because it was the first candle of the day. But knowing that, I knew my risk. I got in, and I had a stop out. Literally, if this came back below the 373, I was getting out. Well, of course, that didn't happen. I don't recall the process or how much I added. I'll have to go and look at my actual where it's logged. But I think I took two, then I added four, and then I added two more. So I ended up with like eight. This thing went all the way up. I believe as soon as I hit my 379 level, which looks like I may need to change this now because it looks like it probably is more like 380 now. But anyway, that'll be for tomorrow. I took profit right on this big candle right here, and I took everything off except for two. Um, or actually, I'm sorry, I took half off, and then I took two more off at the top of this candle, and then I held to. I believe I held them. I held it until it came back below the 379. I was letting the 379 be my stop out. So amazing, huge trade right off the bat this morning. It was awesome, and this thing printed, guys. Like the premiums were just spiking. It went up. Trading options. It was awesome. So that was my very first trade. The what I'm watching is Nasdaq, ES, Q's, SPY. I'm watching what they're doing at the same time, and I'll pull up ES, and ES at the same time was actually not going up. Was it Nasdaq? So I may have taken this against the market. I'm breaking my rules. Okay, it was Nasdaq. Oh no, that's the other day. Yeah, no, that's right. It was Nasdaq. So Nasdaq was breaking over the 19,000 level, which I was calling out, and I was like, okay, this could get continuation if this holds over. So Nasdaq was really my guide. I was watching Nasdaq. It came over 19,000 on the second candle. It wicked back up. That kind of gave me confidence to stay in. Which the next candle was my out, so that worked out really great. Um, of course, ES. I like when ES and Nasdaq are running together. It doesn't always work, but not every stock moves with ES as much as it moves with Nasdaq. So you just have to kind of play it out, watch what your stock is doing that you're in, and use that as your guide, or I try to use it as a guide to help give me confirmation, for the trade. So that was my very first trade. Let me see. I think there was something else I was going to show. Oh, I did miss a couple trades. I traded TSM today. I missed ARM, and I'll show you. I'll definitely go over this because I've had some people asking, when I trade, why I don't trade. So ARM, this will give a great example of missing out on an amazing trade, but I'm okay with that. So look at this. Probably one of the best trades of the day as far as price action. But here was the issue. It came down. Of course, it double bottomed here. It went up above the 20, which would normally be a trade for me, but I'm trading right in to my 200. I do not like trading into the 200 when it's this close, at least. When I have a much wider gap, I feel a little bit better about it. Most of the time when I trade into the 200, I get a wick, I get a reversal, and it doesn't. It's a fake move, and it comes out. Could I have traded here and taken profit here? Sure, and then held some, absolutely. But there's so many setups that happen with this system and with this strategy every day. There's no need for me to FOMO in and try to go for a trade. However, this would have been amazing, but like I said, I'm okay with that. Again, this is where I normally would have taken this trade. Comes up, closes right dead on the 200. Next candle, I'm in, usually. Problem is, I had the 137 level. I am not going to trade from here into the 137 level. It makes no sense. If I got in here, most of the time actually look at what happened. This would have probably caused you to get out. Just imagine, you don't see the rest of this, right? It goes up, woo, sellers sell right back into it, pushes it down, closes below. Right then you're like, oh crap, okay, this isn't going to get over the 137. Next candle you might be like, oh, here it goes, bam, sold back into it again. Typically most traders are going to take that as a sign and just get out. And that's probably what I would have done. So it would have been, barely any profit, but you could have profited off of it if you'd taken it right here for sure. But honestly, I don't trade into big levels. Where I would have taken this is on this candle right here, because I wanted to see a move above, come back down, push back up. I probably would have got in on this candle once this one closed. Right here's what I would have got in on, and then I would have been trading to this level, which is 140. Most likely taking all the trade off, because once I hit a big level like this, my support and resistance levels, I'm out. I just get out. I then will just wait for a move and a retest. And if you don't get a retest, so be it. I don't care. I do not try to make it happen anymore. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I just missed it and I go on about my business. I did get into a TSM. This was one I held for quite a while because it just kept running. I didn't get in real heavy on this because I was already heavy on another trade, which was SMCI. I'll show you that one in a minute, or heavy enough on SMCI. But this was a fantastic trade on TSM. So I got in. I think it was, where did I get in on TSM? Am I in the right? Okay, there we go. I was in the wrong spot. So I got in on TSM right here on this candle. It went up above 166. We had the pullback. It wicked up off of the 20 EMA. It went back above the 166 level I had drawn in. I took the trade here, and I held this trade all the way to this candle. I think I may have made it all the way to the top, but anyway, I got out of all my trade up in this area. Huge profit. It was great. It was a secondary trade. I just got in, and there was nothing that told me to get out, so I just stayed in it and let it go. I'm pretty sure I got out right here. I think I got out on this. This is a 4-hour LRC line, so I think I took all profit right here when this second candle wicked down. Other trade. This was my most profitable trade of the day. I was up over 3,000 today, guys. It was crazy good. And this is one of those perfect setups. Now, this is where you beat yourself up, but you know what? I profited, and I'm happy. I'm in good profit, and I'm moving on. But you'll be able to see how much money I could have made. But anyhow, so I'm moving up. I saw this push up here, right? And I'm watching SMCI on my other grid, and I noticed that it closed above. And I was like, you know what? If I see this thing push up above the 200, I'm going to get interested. It pushed up pretty hard above the 200. I got in right here on this candle as soon as it went over this close of the last of this candle. I bought 3 contracts. It shot straight up, or no way, I can't remember. I may have had a couple more. I bought a lot of contracts. These were $25 each. Anyway, I was able to hop out. It was a little higher, but when I got out on the same candle for quite a large profit. And what I should have done is just taken all off but one and let this one run, because this one would have been a few $1,000, maybe a couple $1,000 in movement, just one contract, maybe even more, may have been like 4,000, I don't know, but that's huge. I only got out here. I missed all of this, and that's okay. Sometimes I do that with these type of stocks because they take away just as fast as they give. So I just try to lock in profit now and move on about my day. Overall, it was a fantastic day. Again, today I had no losing trades. Everything was green. Everything was easy. There was many setups that could have been taken. Microsoft was beautiful. Let me show you that. If you're trading this setup, this is what you look for. Uh, it's a pretty simple system. You look for, you're watching pre-markets, making sure you don't have to be close, but it's nice when they're running kind of close, the 20 and the 200. You got a wick down and then a push up. So basically, I would buy, either I would take this on a breakout move, knowing that if it comes back below this level, I get out, right? Or I would wait for this close and take this candle above, and I would have got in right here. And I don't get out. I usually don't get out unless I have 2 closes below my 20 EMA or my LRC. This one would have, man, it would have been tough and possibly shaken me out. But let's just, if I trade it the way I'm supposed to trade it, I got in here, I hold, I don't get out, and I'm at a point where I'm possibly going to be taking a loss. But then it pushed up. It never had 2 closes below the 20 or the LRC. This right here this would make me add. I would normally add right here, because when I see this close, this wicks down to the LRC and then buyers push it back up. I actually add in there. So if I were trading Microsoft and I didn't have a chance because I was in the other trades, that's how I would have traded this today, and it would have been a awesome trade. Same with Amazon. So what I'm pointing out here is there are many opportunities that set up. Um, we also have some guys that trade futures in the group, and I'll go over some an oil trade that just would have been absolutely perfect. But check it out, same exact setup on Amazon. You come up this candle, this one would have probably caused you to get out on, probably on this candle here, maybe just because of the FOMO. It didn't close below it, but I just know, when you're trading, and if you were to get in here and not take it as a breakout, because there's 2 ways to try it, right? Take it as a breakout over the 20 and the 200, or you wait for the close and you buy as soon as it passes, which that would have passed right here. Then you would be in drawdown, or you'd be negative at a loss, but nothing closed below the 20, the 200, or the LRC. You didn't have 2 closes. You had a close, but then your next candle went up. This probably would have helped me to stay in this trade even more, because when this went down, look at the buying pressure that pushed that back up. You did come down, but then it failed. And in reality, I would have probably taken all profit at 185. That's a big level. I would have maybe got back in. I don't know. Here, I usually wait for a break and a retest to this level. This close over, this move up, comes down and pushes here. I probably would have got back in on this candle here, and just rode it up to the next level, 186.27, which is what I had marked on my charts today. and you can see it's perfect. My big long-term LRC, look at that. It's money. This is so good, guys. It's amazing. It really is. I hope it catches on, and I hope people are able to trade it, and I hope that there's no way that it changes because right now it is absolutely phenomenal. Oh, let me go check out crude oil. I'm gonna show you like just how amazing this is if you were trading crude oil today. And this was one of the easier trades. So starting out, you really wouldn't have a trade right here, right? You never broke above or below your 200 or your 20. This is like a dream setup, honestly, right? You're watching it. There's nothing to make you FOMO in, FOMO out. You're letting it consolidate, and then boom, you go over the 200. I mean, over the 20, I'm sorry. You bounce off the 200 to LRC, you close over the 20 finally. Your next candle, you take it. Like, that's exactly what you look for. You take this candle here, you're in. You probably scale out some here because it was a huge move. Take probably maybe the rest of your profit up this wick off of the upper LRC. And what makes this amazing is it never got below the 20 and never closed below the 20 until way up here. So what that tells you is you got to, pull back. You just watch it, and then you get back in right here on this candle. So it comes down. Look at this buying pressure, wicking up, wicking up, wicking up. And this is weakening each time. You can see each time these candles are getting smaller and they're weakening. So that kind of gives you a heads up. Okay, look for either a reversal or you could have it break and go down. But if you get a reversal, it comes back up above the LRC. Next candle, you're in. You hold it. No reason to get out. You come down and retest. You can add in off this push up. And that's what I've been doing. Every time I get in and I come back to my level, I just add at my level. Why? Because that's my risk out. Why not just add back there? Because if it goes below it, I'm getting out and I'm losing a small amount. It's very minimal loss. That's going to be my out anyhow. So why not add in where I'm at? That depends on each trader. My risk is, I know what my risk is, so I'm okay with it. So the biggest thing is don't over leverage yourself. Make sure that you're using what you're going to be comfortable with losing at that level, at that point. If this goes down and it goes down and you lose a couple $100, that's fine. Just whatever, go about your day and get in another trade and make it right back up in a matter of seconds with this system. That's what's amazing about it. So I would have added in here and held this all the way. There was nothing to get you out. You could have maybe taken profit at here, and then you get right back in here. It's super easy. Or normally it would be here, right? You get in here and hold. But if you use the system the way, these are the rules that I've set for me. I'm not a financial advisor or anything. I have no idea. This is just a way that I'm trading right now. So you do what you do. I'm just showing you what I would do. In this case, my rule is to never even get out unless I get 2 closes under, if you're in an uptrend, under the 20 EMA on a 2-minute time frame. So this would have been the very first place that had 2 closes right there. So you would have taken this the entire way. Granted, keep in mind that you could have got in here and this could have closed and closed here, and you're going to go, you're going to lose your profit and go for a loss. That's trading, guys. You have to be willing to have a rule set and stick to it. If you want one close below it and out, fine. Create your own rule set. This is what I back tested and I found to be really, really fantastic, and it helps you to get a majority of the move. Has it in a couple of occasions caused me to lose profit? Yes. So for instance, say I got in here, it went up, I scale out here, I take some profit here, and in this case, let's just say I held some runners, and hypothetically, let's just say this came down and went under, and then the next one closed under. Well, I'd be taking that for a loss, right? But I always try to scale out too, to lock in profit, so that if I do lose, I'm not losing it, too much. However, sometimes it happens. There have been times when I've been up a good amount, I only sold or scaled out half. The other half I waited for the close, and it did close below, pull back further down, and I ended up basically breaking even or with a very small with a very small profit. And so that's the way I trade this. And if you notice how good the LRC works, is you had consolidation, kicked up off the LRC, comes up, consolidation again, pulls back to the LRC and launches off of it. This would have been an amazing trade today. So I hope people are catching on. I will try. I would like for if you guys have questions. I know I've had some questions and people are asking like how I trade this. How do I know when to get in? Honestly, I'm gonna go over. I'll show my grid and what I look for. So this is my grid that I have up, and I'll scroll back, and this will be up in my upper chart, my upper monitors. I have two monitors with 12 each of these charts, and I watch them. And like for instance, Apple would have been a great trade today. I didn't catch it, but Apple would have been a great trade. And pre-market, I'm watching this, and I see okay, this price is kind of moving around the 20, the 200, and the best part is it's also at a major support level, right? So I'm watching that, going, okay, this is. Of course, I didn't catch this one today, but it would have been a great, and absolutely amazing trade. So I'm going to go to the large screen, but that's what I look for. I'm watching for the 20, and this is the 20 on my grids, the white line, and the yellow is my 200. So I'm watching it and seeing what it's doing around the LRCs and also around big levels. The big levels take precedence, guys. They take precedence over the LRC. The LRC gives me exits and amazing entries. And when I have an LRC and a major level, it is just phenomenal usually. So that's what I do. I just watch my grids as the day's opening. I look for setups to happen. And you can see them, right? It's not that difficult to see what's happening right here. And then as soon as I see like price come up, I'll go ahead and pull up that chart and that option. I'll get ready to get in. If I get a close, I get in. And I think part of the question is people, some people were asking, how do you know? I'm like, I don't know that they're going to work. I just know that the system works and this strategy works. So I have the confidence that it's going to work, so I get in. But if it doesn't work, guess what? I get right out. No big deal. You just get out. The biggest thing is I think we all, trade as traders, we kind of get that ego. Or we like, oh man, I don't want to take the loss. Let me hold it a little longer. Well, you know what? You always lose more when you do that. So, and that's been my experience. Is I end up losing more because I want to hold out and hope that my rule doesn't work this time, right? I can go against my rules this time because it doesn't really matter, right? I think that's we all get stuck in that rut sometimes, and I know I've been there many times. But so let me pull up Apple and show you what it is, or what would have happened, on a big chart, and how I would have seen this. So you could see this is in place of the white line. This is my 20 EMA on my actual trading charts. My grid, I have it as white because it's just easier for me to see further away. So that's why I have it as white. But basically, whenever I see these wicking up here, and then it pushes below right at start. It wicks all the way up to the 200, and that's a huge factor. You got the 200 and the 20, and look at this 20 starting to come down. That kind of gives you a heads up too that there's some downward buying pressure or downward selling pressure, right? Does that always hold true? No. This thing could pop right above it, and guess what? That 20 will do. It'll follow right with it. Remember, all of this is lagging. It's following price, but I do like to see it starting to come down, and that would have given me a trigger to, okay, get ready for puts here, maybe. This could have reversed. Let's just hypothetically, right? Say this did this. This next candle could have reversed and went here and would have been a great call. So that's why you wait for price action to do what it does. You don't FOMO in. You could buy at the breakout here, and guess what? If it turned and went up, you get out. But if you buy right here as the breakout below this big level, I don't know what just happened. Is everything still working? Hello, hello. I hope my whole screen just went black. I think I lost power for a second, so I hope you can still hear me. That was really weird. So anyhow, that's how I would have. You would just hop in here. You could have taken it as a breakout. Again, there's two ways of doing this. I hope this is still recording properly. Two ways to do this. One is a breakout move right below your level off your 20 and your 200. You just take it and you know you're out as if it moves above. I know I'm going back over this, but I don't know what was messed up with that recording, and I hope I'm still recording. It says I am, so I hope I am. Anyhow, and then you get this crazy candle here right off this LRC. That would be concerning, but guess what? You never got to your 20. You never got to your major level. You never got above this LRC. So you just hold on. Don't FOMO out. Hold on, see what happens. If it gets back up above your major level and closes, then that may be a time for you to go, okay, wait, it's not going to get, it's not going to continue down. It's going to go up. So then you just hop out. Also, keep in mind you're watching NASDAQ. I'm sorry, you're watching ES and NASDAQ. And today NASDAQ was going up while ES was going down. So that would have, ES is stronger. It shows the move of Apple and vice versa. So ES would be what I'm watching to see what's, to give me more confidence in holding. So I use all of that as a guide. Nothing is an absolute for me. So I would have stayed in this, and there would have been no reasons to ever get out until here. But here's where I would have got out. Why? One, this is a major LRC level. This is a 4-hour LRC, and the 195 level. It reached my target level. So once I reach a major support and resistance level, especially if it moves from one to the other, I take all the profit. I don't even play around for runners at all. I just get out, and I'm happy with it. And the only other thing I would possibly do is I'd wait for it to break below. If I'm still, interested in puts like this, I'd wait for it to break below, and then I'd get in again. Unfortunately for this one, I'm not so sure I would have got in on this candle. I probably would have waited for this close, because it's important to me to get a real confirmation of a move below a level. There's too many times when you get the fake outs. It comes down, blasts back up, and they basically trap you, right? They'll blast one down, and you're like, oh, it's going, and then boom. Oh my gosh, look at that nastiness. I didn't even know that happened today. Woo-wee. I hope somebody caught that. Good Lord. That's insane. What a candle. I don't know what happened there. So anyhow, that is how I trade this. Again, it's super easy, super simple. It works. Come and join us in Discord. We would love to have you. Anyone that wants to come in and join us, I will put the description to the link and description to my Discord down below. And I really hope everybody was green today. I hope you had a great trading day, and I look forward to trading again tomorrow, because this is just becoming crazy. Crazy easy, crazy good. Guys, take care. I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's in order. Thank you.